What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Carly. Welcome and hello. I am a labor and postpartum doula, and I create content all about pregnancy and labor and motherhood and pretty much everything that falls in between. And if you're new here, you probably don't know I am currently pregnant with our second baby. I am due in the next few weeks here and quickly approaching my due date. So I wanted to put this video together for you guys to give you a quick tour of our bedside nursery. We live in a house that is 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, and for the first 6 months of baby's life, she will be living in our room. So I had to do a little bit of rearranging to get her bedside nursery all set up, but I wanted to give you guys a tour of how I have things organized, the things that I feel like are really important to have for those first few newborn weeks and newborn months, and all of the essentials that I like to have on hand for the newborn phase. After having my first son, I learned a lot about what I do and don't need to have kind of in this bedside nursery setup. So I wanted to share some of my tips and tricks for getting your bedside nursery set up to have everything that you need for your expected baby. I actually have made this into a little series where I'm going around my house and showing you different setups and little stations that I have and carts for newborn phase and breastfeeding and postpartum care and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to see some of the other videos that I've made showing these little setups, I will link the playlist for you right here. Before we jump into it, if you're not yet already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you as a part of this empowering community, especially as we get closer and closer to welcoming this baby earthside, if that is the type of content that you are into. And definitely turn on those notification bells so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video, and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy this type of content. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our bedside nursery tour. So let's start with the sleeping arrangement / bassinet situation. Over the bassinet, I just hung this really pretty little cane pendant light that I found. The lampshade is vintage, and I just ordered a pendant light off of Amazon and hung it right above the Snoo bassinet. This is our baby monitor. We had this same monitor with Wilder, and we still have that monitor in his room, so we just got a second one. This is the Kubo baby monitor. The first one that we had with Wilder is the first version, and then this is the updated version, and it comes with this little mounting situation, so we have it mounted onto the wall. I was thinking about doing a full review of this monitor on my channel, so if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, let me know, but we are really happy with it thus far. I also got a new breastfeeding pillow, Snuggle Me Organics breastfeeding pillow. With Wilder, I used the Boppy as my breastfeeding pillow, which did its job, and I really needed a breastfeeding pillow for sure, but I've heard much better things about this one because of these tapered edges on the end. So I picked this pillow up to have. I still have the Boppy, and I'll probably keep the Boppy in the living room, in a breastfeeding chair out there, and then have the Snuggle Me as my main breastfeeding pillow for in our bedroom. And then it's just sitting inside of the Snoo. Our room is quite small, so we have it kind of tucked away right now. Whenever she's born, we'll probably just pull it out and maybe catty corner it a little bit more so it's easier to get to. But we used the Snoo with Wilder and absolutely loved it. We had a really fantastic experience with it. So obviously we're going to give it another go with this baby and see how she likes it. Even if we don't end up using the Snoo functions, it's a really fantastic bassinet and it's beautiful. So we already have it, and we will be giving it another go. Again, if you guys want to see a full review on my opinion of the Snoo, let me know, and I'm happy to do a full walkthrough video of my thoughts on the Snoo. And then down here in between the two, I have our DockATot, absolute must in my opinion. We use the DockATot so much with Wilder, so definitely wanted to keep that one on hand and have it ready to go. Cannot recommend the DockATot enough. We'll see if this next baby also likes it. So then moving on to the changing table. Let's talk about the top first, just do a quick rundown here. So this is just an essential oil diffuser that I wanted to have kind of close by, I have this little like rotating Lazy Susan situation that was nice because it took up some like vertical space rather than having two things next to each other. But I love incorporating essential oils into a newborn's bedtime routine. I think it is so helpful. The first few weeks of being a newborn it's maybe not totally necessary, but as you're kind of getting into your normal routine, I found that incorporating essential oils was really, really helpful. This diffuser is from Young Living. And then right next to it, I have just like a glass decanter that I use to fill the water up so that you don't have to go to the sink every single time. And sorry, I am going to be breathing really heavy during this video. I am almost to my due date, so breathing isn't as easy as it once was. So bear with me. And then underneath of it is the Hatch sound machine. We actually recently got into the Hatch sound machine. We had another one that I really loved and it ended up dying out on us. And we needed to pick up one from the store. We ended up getting the Hatch and loved it. So we ended up just getting a second one to go in here. And I listen to it every single night and I'm a huge fan of it. So, I know that's a purchase that a lot of people ask, like if it's worth it or not. And so far, in my opinion, it has been well worth it for both Wilder's room and this baby's room. And then right underneath, so I have this big mirror, hello. And this mirror is a vintage piece that I picked up. Oh my gosh, I've had this mirror for years. I picked this piece up probably 5 years ago off Facebook Marketplace for like 20 bucks. It's one of my favorite finds ever. And yeah, I unfortunately don't have a link for that for you guys, but I do get questions about that one a lot. So I hung these little cups for some extra organization and to keep the top of the changing table as open as possible. That is the one thing I learned with Wilder, is that I had a bunch of like different things all over the changing table and it just gets so unorganized so quickly. And I just wanted to simplify how much stuff I had on top of the changing table. And I got these at a consignment sale, but they're from IKEA. So I have this little lamp right here, which is like a on and off switch from here, which is convenient because the light itself isn't super bright. It's like an Edison bulb. So it is really nice kind of diffused lighting. And then I've got all these cups next to it. So I decided to keep most of these empty for now, just so that we have some options for like just putting random things that we want to have out that we don't necessarily need out right now, like burp cloths and baby wipes and just like binkies, whatever we're using that I don't want just like out and about on the changing table. They can go in here so that we can have them easily accessible. I have some essential oils that I know I'm going to want to use. Seedlings Calm, which is one of my favorite blends for just sleep. It's a really fantastic option for supporting sleep. And the Seedlings line is like the infant line from Young Living that I am obsessed with. And then I have Peace and Calming, which is another one of my favorites for winding down and just like getting ready for bedtime. And then I have a roller that I made. This is for newborn like digestion support. There's another oil from the Kid Sense line that's diluted for children. I think it's diluted for 2 or 3 year olds. And I just diluted down even further so that I can use it for digestive support if there's any type of gas issues that my baby might be having. I wanted to have one already pre-made and ready to go. And then over in this guy, I put my all-time favorite diaper balm. If you haven't tried Earth Mama Organics diaper balm, stop what you're doing, order it now. It is my all-time favorite diaper balm all around. This is like the only diaper balm that I used on Wilder for years. I had this one container like this for so long for him, and it was by far my favorite. I absolutely love this one. So I've got a brand new jar here ready to go for her. And then I also have a little bit of calendula baby oil from Earth Mama. I have a ton of Earth Mama Organics products over here. I'll show you in the shelf in a second. But these are the two that I know I'll probably be using the soonest and earliest whenever she is born. So I wanted to have them both out. The baby oil calendula is such an amazing skin supporting oil. So wanted to have that one ready to go. And then, like I said, these two are empty for now, probably for burp cloths and like nipple pads and that kind of stuff. Over here, I have this leaning little narrow bookcase that I also found on Facebook Marketplace, but it's from IKEA. If it's still available, I'll link it, but I really just needed something super small to go over here. Again, just for extra stuff. So up top I have decor. I have this really pretty vase. I found this vase at the thrift store, and then I got some fake greenery to go into it just to give this corner, you know, a little bit of love. And I really like how it turned out. I think it's really pretty. And then I just have a candle lit going right here. I wanted this shelf to be empty for the same reason I wanted to keep those cups empty. You can see it's like right in line with the top of the changing table, and I wanted to be able to have that as a place to put stuff whenever we're changing the baby and just like use it as free space. So right now I'm just using it as a place to keep a candle, but when the baby's here, it will probably end up just holding things that we feel like we need to have on hand. Also, we did not talk about the changing pad. This is the Kikaroo changing pad. I have it in the gray color. And I'm a big fan of it. It is really, really nice, especially for newborns, because newborns just pee and poop all over everything. And I remember with Wilder, it was nice to be able to just clean it off, like spray it down, wipe it down, sanitize it, and call it a day, and not have to like put a changing pad cover in the wash every time there was an accident. I just ended up using burp cloths instead, and it was super nice. So I'm a big fan, highly recommend. I know it's like antimicrobial and just like generally a really good option for keeping things sanitary. So probably like a 10 out of 10 on this one. I know it's a little pricey and kind of hard to get a hold of, but I always see them on Facebook Marketplace. So if you're in the market, keep an eye out on your local Facebook page, because you never know what you're going to find. But yes, definitely love that. Then down here, so I have this guy. This is just a hanging laundry bag. I've talked about these before because we use them all over our house. I have one hanging on our door now. But I personally found it was really helpful to have a separate laundry basket situation for Wilder when he was a baby. So I picked up a second one of these, and I'm just going to hang it right here on our door. It just came in, it's from Amazon. So I've got to get that hung on the door, which I'll do here in a minute. With Wilder, I had like a basket that sat on the floor, but we just don't have a ton of extra floor space in here. So that's a really solid option to be able to use the back of the door, and then be able to have like her clothes and her burp cloths separate, because I tend to do more laundry for a baby than like more frequently than we do for ourselves. So then on these bottom two shelves, I have these two little matching bins. I found the bins at Home Goods. I tried to find them online, but didn't end up finding the actual brand, so I can't link them, unfortunately. I'll link some that are similar, but this is just storage for extra stuff that I'm not reaching for every single day, but that I still want to have like nearby. So these are just extra newborn diapers that didn't fit inside of the drawer up here where I keep them stored. This is one of the little tiny baby fingernail nail files, which last time we only had clippers. The clippers were bullshit. Hated the clippers, never ever used them because they were terrifying, and I ended up just like chewing Wilder's fingernails off. So I always see people raving about these things. So I picked one of those up to see if we end up liking that a little bit more. And then I have a bunch of my Earth Mama Organics products in here that I know we'll need, but just not right this second. So we've got the Calming Lavender Baby Wash and the Calming Lavender Baby Lotion. I've also got a backup of the organic nipple butter, which again, unbelievable. Love this one so freaking much. I've got it in my little like breastfeeding station over by my bed, which I made a video about too. So if you want to see that, I will link it above. I've also got the perineal balm, which I need to put on my postpartum cart, which again, I made a video walking through all of my postpartum stuff that I have on my cart. So this is going to go there. I have a backup of the organic diaper balm because like I said, unbelievable. Love that one. And then they have like a generic, just kind of organic baby face, nose, and cheek balm. So I've got this here, especially going into the winter months. I know with Wilder, his skin was very, very sensitive. So nice to have that on hand. So this is just kind of like the extra box that's storing things that I'll probably end up using, but maybe not, you know, immediately. And then this guy has more stuff that I want to have nearby, but not necessarily right this second. These are just like socks that are definitely not newborn size, but are, you know, soon after baby's born size. And then I have extra burp cloths. Pretty much this whole thing is just extra burp cloths. These are the Burt's Bees burp cloths, which I really loved, but I have another favorite that I'll show you in a second, but these are really amazing too. So just having some backups there. Trash bags for our trash can, little pacifier containers, which I keep like in the diaper bag whenever we're out and about, and just kind of little things like that. So again, stuff that I want close by, but not necessarily like in the top drawer of my changing table. Let's talk about what's in these two top drawers. The drawer to the left has all of our diapers in it. So these are all newborn diapers. We love the Honest brand diapers. They are my all-time favorite. The ingredients are really good. They don't leak. They're a great price. We have used Honest Company diapers all throughout Wilder's life. Obviously, if you are someone who watches my videos, you know that we cloth diaper as well. During the newborn phase, I am not stressed about cloth diapering, so I just plan on using disposables. I've got those to the side, and then I have one of these little drawer dividers in here. You'll see these throughout this entire changing table. I have them pretty much in all of the drawers. These are amazing. This drawer, like I said, this is like a piece that I picked up at the thrift store, and the drawers are very narrow, so I could not find drawer organizers to fit in here, and it was so frustrating, and I finally found them. So I will link these for you. They're from Amazon. So I just have it set up so that I have diapers on this side, and then I will have wipes on this side. These are the wipes that we use. They're the Young Living Seedlings baby wipes. The ingredients are fantastic. I set them up on a monthly subscription so that they come to my door and I don't have to think twice about it. Same thing for the Honest Company diapers. And we have like 1 million packs in the back in our like extra storage closet. So I will fill it up with more, but I just have 1 pack in there for now. And then in this drawer, we have all kinds of goodies. So again, you'll see I've got the little drawer dividers in here, which are amazing. And these little organizing containers I picked up from Target for the newborn phase. If you haven't heard me rave about them before, I absolutely adore Lulu & Company. The nightgowns are my all-time favorite, and then they also make little sets, like top and bottom sets. So I have them all organized up here, and I just, as far as folding newborn clothes, they're so little, but I try my best to keep them organized this way. So I've got the top kind of like rolled around the pants so that they just stay together like this. And then whenever you're looking for an outfit, you just know that everything is like tucked up together like this. And then I stack them like straight up and down, kind of Marie Kondo style. So these are all of the like tops and bottoms, and then all of the nightgowns go all the way to the back like that. And then I mentioned earlier that the Burt's Bees burp cloths weren't my favorite. These are by far my favorite, you guys. I cannot recommend them enough. They're just very simple muslin burp cloths, and I just adore these. I know it's weird to feel like you could love a burp cloth, but let me tell you, when you're spending time with them, you want them to be soft, absorbent, and like the right size. You can get them on Amazon. They're super inexpensive and they last for forever. These are not even new. These are from when Wilder was a newborn, and they look and feel as if they're brand new. Obsessed. Then back here, this drawer comes all the way out, so I'm just going to pull these out. I have these little organizers. Like I said, I got these guys from Target, and in here I just have all of the little hats that match like the Lulu sets. They usually come with a little hat like this. I didn't end up using these a ton with Wilder. I wasn't super into the hat thing, but it'll be nice to have them just in case. And then behind the hats, I have a box of bows, which I do have intentions to use the bows a ton because bows are so cute. I put bows on Wilder for fun, and I'm very excited to put bows on this baby. So I've got the hats and the bows in there. And then along the side here, I have these little cups that are organizing different things. So I have, these are all of the Bibs binkies that I've picked up. Wilder was a huge fan of Bibs binkies. These ones he ended up liking a lot. I think he was probably around a month, maybe 2 months old when he started taking to these Bibs binkies. And then I found these guys, which are also Bibs, Bibs, but they are the orthodontic shaped ones. So I picked up a pack of each of them just to see which one she ends up taking to. These are the ones that Wilder really loved when he was a newborn. They are from Hevia, and they are all natural rubber ones. And again, they have that same orthodontic shape. So I have these guys to try out too. So we'll start here and see what she likes and then go on from there. In this little container, we have mittens that you put over their hands to keep them from scratching their faces. All of these gowns and tops and bottoms have built-in little like mitten things like this, but all the other ones that I'll show you in a second do not. So I keep them separately in this little container, and I think there's some socks down in there too. And then I have some other little salves. This is a nipple salve, and this is just like a baby salve from Fat and the Moon. That's another company that I really love. Clean and very simple ingredients that I used all the time with Wilder. And then back here, I have a Wubba Nub, which love the Wubba Nub. Always a good thing to have on hand. So that is everything that is in this drawer. So now let's move on to this drawer. This drawer just has more space for more clothes. I've left it mostly empty because I only have newborn and 0 to 3 month clothes organized in here right now. One thing that I learned with Wilder was that I organized all of the clothes together all the way up until like 9 months old. And it just became so chaotic trying to get clothes that actually fit him at the right time with the right weather. And so I wanted to just keep it way more simple this time around. And so instead of putting everything in the drawer together, I have it all separated out, and I'll show you how I've done that. But everything in here is newborn or 0 to 3 months old. So over here, these are all gonna be like PJ type style. So they're all gonna be zippered, footed onesies. That's it. Keeping it very, very simple. And again, all I did was like roll them up so that they can sit really neatly in line like this. And it's just easy. Like this is one row of onesies. And like that's what you see is what you get. There's nothing hiding. There's not a ton of stuff. Like it's just a good amount to work with. And then on this side, these are more like little outfits, right? Like these are outfits that she'll grow into that are a little bit bigger, but it's the same kind of like top and bottom situation where I have them put together so that the pants are inside of the top. And then the ones that are up here are just like more cutesy little outfits that I've picked up that aren't like PJs or gowns, but maybe something that's like a little bit more fun. I definitely did not go crazy with getting clothes that I feel like were really fun because I just didn't do it with Wilder. You know, I'm all about comfort and ease and just like honestly having a naked baby and doing skin to skin is what I'm into. So I have some options here, but not a ton. And then as she gets bigger and outgrows these, I'll show you where I'm going to pull other clothes from. And then in this sun, I have all of our different swaddle options. So this is actually the bed sheet for the snoo, which I just don't have on yet because we have a dog and like dog hair gets on it. So I'm just waiting until she's actually born to get her sheets made up. This is the swaddle for the snoo that zips up and then actually clips into the actual snoo itself, which makes me feel so comfortable. Even if the snoo isn't on, it's just nice because the clip keeps them from being able to roll over, which I really appreciate, especially during those first few weeks, because you'd be surprised at how strong newborns are. They can definitely roll, and it just really gives me like peace of mind. And then I have the Love to Dream swaddle. This one's really nice if your baby doesn't end up liking having their arms down whenever they're swaddled. Love to Dream is a really awesome option. And I just double swaddle. So I'll like put this one around the bottom of the baby and then have their little arms sticking out, and you can put both of them together. And then if she does end up liking her arms down, we have the Ollie swaddle, which is by far my favorite Velcro swaddle option. It is so amazing. There's a reason it's always sold out, and it's because it's awesome. And I'll, again, double swaddle that way. And then over here, these are just extra swaddles. So these are the like Velcro ones from Swaddle Me, and these are a really great option as well. And then we just have some extra socks that I haven't opened yet. I need to wash those. But again, I wanted to keep all of this empty so that it's easy for me to work through as she gets older. Then in this bottom drawer, I've got a ton of different things organized. And again, you saw up here, I used those same drawer organizers to divide it out and really optimize my space. Those are a huge game changer. This drawer is humongous, and I actually had, if you watched any of my like Nest With Me vlogs, you saw that I had these like big white bins that I used at first, and they just did not optimize the space the way that these drawer organizers do. So highly recommend the drawer organizers. So down here is where I have all of her Swaddles stored. So these are all of the Lulu & Company Swaddles that we have. We have a couple more back here that didn't quite fit up there, but these are so nice, especially just as like just normal blankets. They're so freaking soft. These are the only blankets that I ever reached for to actually swaddle Wilder, and then I also use them just like out and about to put over his car seat to keep him warm, and just to like put over his body when he was doing skin to skin with us. They're really soft and breathable and just like, amazing. Love them. Very, very stretchy. And then we have all of the other kind of like quilt style situation blankets that I have. I love to have blankets just kind of in every corner of the house. And we've been gifted some really beautiful ones. Like, look at how pretty this quilted one is, and this one has this really pretty fringe on the end, and this one's got like a Sherpa on the inside. Love these. And then this was a really nice soft one that we had with Wilder too that we ended up using a ton. And then these are all the muslin ones, so that's the same material as the burp claws that I showed you in the other drawer, and I really like to use those as towels for the newborn phase because they're really absorbent and soft and just cushy. I also will take these and drape them up on the kikaroo if the kikaroo is really cold and the baby doesn't like it. It's nice to have a little bit of cushion and like softness up there, and those are a lot easier to wash than like a cover for a changing pad would be. This is where I'm keeping extra covers. This is a backup cover for the Snuggle Me Organics feeding pillow, and then this is a backup DockATot cover. And then inside of this little bin is where I have two of my carriers. These are both from Solly Baby. This one, oh my gosh, is so freaking soft. You guys saw me probably talk about this one in a vlog here recently. I am obsessed. This is by far my favorite carrier for the newborn phase because it's so comfortable for their tiny little bodies. I feel like it's the most secure carrier by far. So during the first probably 3 months, this is going to be the carrier that I like exclusively use. And then over here, this is just like extra stuff that I have stored that we probably won't need immediately. So again, this is an extra sheet for the snoo. These are more snoo swaddles. They're just the bigger sizes. The one that's in that drawer is a small, and I think I've got another small in here, and then I go onto the medium one, and then underneath these little trays I have more of these boxes. So inside of this box I have the medium and large snoo swaddles, so we just are going to keep them in here, and then as she gets bigger, obviously we'll trade them out. My mom got her this little lovey so that she has a lovey whenever she's interested in having something like that. And then back in here are hats. These are really, really cute hats, but that are just a little too big for a newborn, and hats that people have made for us. Little hats from when Wilder was a little baby that are the cutest, that our friend knit for us. So I've got all of those stored here so that whenever it gets cold and she's a little bit bigger, I've already got them ready to go. And that is everything that is in this bottom drawer. And then, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to show you guys how I am storing stuff that she can't wear yet, but that she will grow into here in the next few months. So I picked up 2 of these little closet organizer bins from Amazon that fit like perfectly underneath this dresser. So these are super nice because you can see through the front. There's like this little clear window, and they're like a structured fabric bin. And inside each of them, I've got it organized by size. So these are all 3 to 6 months, and then down here is like 6 to 9 months. So basically what will happen now is that as she gets bigger and needs to grow into new clothes and different outfits, I've already got them all separated out by size, and they're just ready to go right where I need them. And I don't have to go digging around in my closet to locate them or like sort by size. They're all just organized and clean. They've already been washed and stored inside of these bins so that they don't get dog hair on them. And I just have them nestled underneath the changing table. So those live right there, and what I'll end up doing is getting a, like another bin, one of the leftover white bins probably that I was using that I don't have in there anymore, and keep it like underneath this little bookshelf over here or over there in the corner or something. And as she outgrows clothes from this drawer that are too small for her, I can just stow them away and switch them out for the new ones. So it feels like I have a lot of wiggle room over here to do that, which I am a big fan of. With Wilder, this drawer just ended up being this giant pit of clothing that just had no rhyme or reason to it, and I was always getting stuff that was too big or too small, and I think this is going to be really helpful for keeping things more simple and organized and just easier to manage. But that is everything that is in our little bedside nursery. I hope that this video was helpful to those of you who are currently nesting and getting your bedside nurseries set up, and it gave you a couple of ideas. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what your like number one must-have item is for your bedside nursery, because I know everyone is always looking for recommendations, and of course I would love to hear what you guys have to recommend as well. And I will catch you in my next video. Bye.